Welcome back. So the news of the day videos, honestly, are probably going to become more and more frequent to the point where I don't know if I'm going to keep doing these first thing in the morning. Probably, but we'll see how the preseason goes along and all that other wonderful stuff. And I've also stated that if I end up doing jerseys 20 through 1 in the same video and just make a long video for that last 20 jerseys, that wouldn't necessarily surprise me if that takes place. But today we are up to 180, so we're going to do 180 through 171, and I'm wearing a Letterkenny hat and jersey because every now and then people will ask in the comments, so do you watch Letterkenny? Of course I watch Letterkenny. Letterkenny and Trailer Park Boys might be the most Canadian things that have ever been put on TV. They're very, very... Beachcombers is very Canadian as well, but that's without the swearing. So when you get into swearing, there's a lot of swearing in Canada, despite how others may think it is. Yeah, so Letterkenny is honestly pretty fantastic. Looking forward to the new season, whenever that drops. And let's get into the jersey countdown now at number 180. Number 180 is this Detroit Red Wings jersey, which is absolutely fantastic. There are some throwback elements to this. The silver in the logo is amazing. Love the striping on it as well. The Stanley Cups are in here, same as on the Montreal one. And yeah, this is a very nice jersey. I like this one quite a bit, and glad I have it because, again, the Reeboks, once they sold out, and then the price goes up a lot, even though if you see them with this tag, that means it's a replica. Now, you can take this tag off. People usually don't. At least I don't. But you can take this tag off, but there's no fight strap in it. Now, if you see this tag and a fight strap, it's a fake. There's no other way. It has to be a fake. Or somebody put a fight strap on a replica. I don't. Why would you do that? Number 179. As Shadow decides now's a good time to be a spaz. So number 179 is this absolutely fantastic, don't call it ugly, very, very ugly Motorist jersey for Dallas. Just had to settle Shadow down. But yeah, so number 179 being the Motorist, as it is called, because it is shaped thusly. And of course, the interesting thing too is that you have a star on the sleeve here, but the Dallas Star's actual logo doesn't appear in here. I'm just going to come out and say it. I think it's a decent jersey. I didn't know it was a Motorist the first time I looked at it. I had no idea. I remember the first time I saw this thinking, well, that's different. That's kind of a fun thing, and I like the striping and the colors and all that. And then you just can't unsee it, can you? All right, but yeah, I do like this. I don't think we'll ever see a throwback to this in any form. But I would have told you the Wild Wing was never coming back either, so we are in never say never territory. Number 178 is the Boston Bruins. This is the design they wore in the late 70s and through the 80s. And then they changed to a design that I do like better. But yeah, I like the striping on it. I like it a lot. This, of course, a Heroes of Hockey. This is a Brad Park. Right in here, Heroes of Hockey. I do see knockoffs of these every now and then as well. But I like the logo, everything about it. The first jersey I ever had was the black Bruins jersey. So that was the first jersey I ever owned. I want to say grade 7? Grade 7. I don't still have that jersey. I kind of wish I did. But it was in pretty rough shape. And eventually I replaced it with something that was better. And then I think I just gave it away. But yeah, so Boston Bruins. Who are going to be prominent throughout the rest of this countdown. And here's their entry at 178. Number 177 is this Pittsburgh Penguins stadium jersey. You see City of Champions here. Again, when it says City of Champions, it should say, and the Pirates. But that's for a whole other time. This is an Evgeny Malkin jersey. I got this one through Retro to Heritage. They don't have any more of them. These are getting tougher to find as well. There's a black stripe here. Now, the yellow third that they've been wearing was pretty low on the countdown, comparatively speaking, with this one. I just like this one a lot better. I think this was one of the better stadium jerseys that I've seen. And yeah, I'm glad that I have this in the collection. Again, The price on stadium and specialty jerseys is 2017 stadium. So we're getting up to about 5 years since this game took place. These jerseys get tougher and tougher to find. But there you go, number 177. Number 176 is the Adidas throwback that they did. New Jersey never won a game wearing this jersey, which is too bad because it's a throwback to the red and green era. Really like what they did with the neckline. I love the striping on it. The logo looks absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I rate this one higher than the CCM that I have of that 80s design. I like the neckline better, the logo better. Established 1982, that's kind of a nice touch. And yeah, of the third jerseys, this is one of the nicer ones. But again, New Jersey didn't win a game when they wore it, so I'm pretty sure this has been retired this year. For the New Jersey Devils, they likely just looked at it and said, we can't win a game with it. And I know it's not the jersey, but when teams lose every game wearing a jersey, it tends to not last very long. Fans may not be as likely to buy it. Number 175 looks a lot like 176, does it? And that's why they're right next to one another. This is their current Adidas jersey. I don't like the striping on this as much as the Reeboks they had before this. Thus, the fact that Reeboks haven't shown up yet, it's not a coincidence. But yeah, I do like the overall look of it. When they went to red and black, I mean, yes, there are other teams that had red and black, but it did look better. And of course, in here you see 95, 00, and 03, signifying their 3 Stanley Cups. And we'll see when they add another Stanley Cup to that. But yeah, so this one is actually a size 50. There are some size 50s. This one also doesn't have the button, so I did not get this one the first year. Some of the white jerseys were harder to find because Adidas, I think due to Reebok probably didn't sell as many of the white jerseys as they did of the darker jerseys. Adidas didn't make the white jerseys available in every team at a retail level, other than maybe going through the team store. This one here, I think I got through Adidas itself. I think. Unless Ben had it, but I think it was through Adidas itself. Anyways, here it is, right above the throwback third that they had that they couldn't win in. They did win games wearing this one, though. Number 174. Now, here's where it gets tough, because I understand that there's a lot of people who don't like this Dallas reverse retro. I didn't either. And then, I got this one. This one's a Modano, number 9. I know Modano never wore the jersey. I'm not overly concerned. We'll see another jersey of that same nature in the very next jersey I show. It's the same thing. But, yeah, so I understand that this Dallas one isn't very liked. But I have to say, in person, it looks fantastic. And with a name and number on it, it definitely looks better than it does when it's a blank. So once you get that name and number, and you break it up a bit, it is actually a very nice jersey. And so, as harsh as I was with it, I don't mind it now. And I would like to see, I mean, yes, if this was gold, it would definitely show up better than being silver on a white background. That is concerning from a design perspective. Or if they had a black outline around the silver, for instance. But for what it is, I think it's a really nice jersey. I think it's pretty decent. And so, yeah, I'm okay with it being this high on the countdown. Being ahead of over 300 other jerseys. Because when I really look at it, I like this one a lot. Again, being a reverse retro, once that first run sells out, that's the end of it. This was one that definitely hung on a little bit longer. But I do. I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would on the initial viewing online. At 173, we have another reverse retro, this being the Nashville Predators, that again, I know there's a lot of people don't like. I saw a lot of low rankings for this one. This is a Cliff Ronning, it's number 7. Ronning never wore this jersey, but he did play for the original Predators. I like the silver. There's shiny silver in the secondary patch there. I do prefer this logo, I think, over their current one. I do. And I know they're remarkably similar to one another, but I think I like this one better. And this is, again, this is proof that the gold isn't what bothers me with the Nashville jerseys. It's the fact there's no other colors. It's just gold. I like the silver on the arms. I think it's really nice. And again, just the one stripe on the bottom here. But yeah, I think Nashville did a really good job. I think where some of the reverse retros became contentious is that they looked more like thirds than a reverse retro kind of design. This could definitely pass for a decent third. And yeah, so Nashville, and here, of course, 98, which, expansion year and all that. And yeah, again, I think this is a decent jersey. I know there are people who disagree in the comments, but still, this one's 173. Number 172, Vancouver Canucks. As we know, this count of 10, I gotta just throw out there, there's no AHL in this one or ECHL or anything like that. They're all NHL jerseys. This Canucks jersey I found online. Now, people who've watched the channel enough know that the first jersey I bought myself was a Vancouver Canucks white jersey in this design, and the logo is a mess on that one. It is a mess. I actually sewed it back on myself at one point. That's how beat up and how well worn that jersey is. Now, if you look, you'll notice it's not red and yellow. The red and yellow came in later. Originally, it was orange and gold were the colors they had, and I liked that better. When they changed to the red and yellow, I thought it was kind of garish. Still, when they do throwback jerseys, they're always the red and yellow. I don't expect to ever see this worn by the Canucks again, but a white skate jersey would be a pretty big seller for an Adidas. Just I know it would be the red and yellow that they would use. But yeah, this is a good jersey. I'm very happy about it. And on the sleeve here is the 20-year patch. Yeah, no complaints with any of this. It's a nice, solid CCM jersey that I appreciate a lot. And yeah, orange and gold. That was always my favorite. Number 171 is this Edmonton Oilers. And again, it is the old design of, and of course this is newer than the one they always do the throwbacks to. The late 90s, early 2000s. I love the shoulders, love the colors. I think it's a really good design. And I mentioned with the blue one, if they wanted to do a throwback shirt, do I expect it? No. But yeah, this is pretty high up for an Oilers jersey. And it again shows that you can get that dark blue that they currently have on the jersey and make it work. But I do love that copper, and it's in the neckline as well. And I just think it gives it that little bit extra something. But they didn't win a cup wearing this jersey. If you win a cup wearing a jersey, it makes it a lot nicer looking. It's just that's just how that works. Or if your team goes on a nice long, empowering run wearing a jersey, fans will have that attachment to it. This team did not have that happen when they were wearing these jerseys, and I think that's part of the reason why they don't do throwbacks to it. But again, the shoulder patches are really fun. You've got the 5 rivets here to represent the 5 Stanley Cups. And, again, I think a unique color, because they had the same colors as the Islanders, and then when they did this, they no longer did. Which, oddly enough, the Islanders had changed their colors as well. So, anyways, there you go. Closing out this portion of the countdown at 171, the Edmonton Oilers, the beautiful copper and navy jersey in white. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.